Here's an excerpt from a chapter called The Union. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car, over a meal, between football game conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe. All those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All of these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Because before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much from one another over these years. And yet shortly you shall say a few words that will take you across to a different threshold of life. And things between the two of you will never be quite the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. Here ends the first reading. The second one is from a movie, 1989, When Harry Met Sally. It goes something like this. When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. Ends the second reading. I like it. So, Mary.Conner, I ask you. Let's start with Connor. Connor, do you take Mary to be your wedded wife? To laugh with you in joy, to grieve with you in sorrow, to grow with you in love, as long as you both shall live. And Mary, do you take Connor to be your wedded husband, to laugh with you in joy, to grieve with you in sorrow, to grow with you in love, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Now may we have the rings. Yes, please. This is your privilege. We all know that wedding rings are a symbolic reminder of the unbroken love. Within the safety and comfort of a true marriage, love freely given has no beginning and no end. Love freely given has no separate giver or receiver. Each of you gives your love to the other, and each of you receives love from the other. May these rings serve to remind you of the freedom and the power, the love you have for each other. Connor, I ask you to place the ring on her finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I promise to honor you.
With this ring, I promise to honor you.
To be faithful to you.
To be faithful to you.
To share my love and life with you.
To share my love and life with you.
Forever. And Mary. Repeat after me. With this ring, I promise to honor you. To be faithful to you. To share my love and life with you. Forever. And now, having entered into the covenant of marriage, by the exchanging of vows, the giving and receiving of rings, and by the power of all those gathered here today, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now, for the first time, kiss your bride.
Yay!
now I'd like to introduce for the very first time